Hi guys, so recently I learned a lesson and I would like to share it with you, but before I share it, let me just do a little bit. So one night I wanted to buy some products from the website. In fact, long before that night I had added the products to my cart and I just left them there in anticipation of when I'll be ready to buy. So I was ready to buy those products that night and I went back to the website. So I got there, I saw that my cart had been emptied. No Lily, I will fill them up again. So I said to shop and then I would pick this, pick that, and when I got to my most important product, it was out of stock. I was sad, but I continued. And then another product was out of stock. Like, kilo shele, what's going on? And then I said, okay, let me look for alternatives I can use in place of the particular brands that I wanted to buy. I didn't find. Oh no, I was pained. And then I started to think, what will I do now? Because I had so many things in mind. I wanted to pay one delivery fee. I wanted to buy everything at once from the same platform. I didn't want to buy half here, all of that. So I started to think, what will I do now? So it flashed across my mind that earlier in the day, I had seen an ad from another platform, another website, where they had that's my most important product. I discarded it immediately because on a good day, that store is more expensive than this my go-to store. I wouldn't even go there to go, and maybe I would just see what they have and then I move on, but I will never buy from them because for everything they are always more expensive than my go-to store. But because of this particular product, I was actually ready to buy it at any amount they were listing it for, so I decided to check them out. So I went there. On getting there, I found the product I wanted, added it, and then I started to check for other products. So I started to compare prices of products both stores had in common, and you guys,
they were actually cheaper.
They were cheaper than my go-to store. So this is good though. Check, add to cart, add to cart. So I now checked for products that none of the two stores had, like alternatives to those products that none of them had, and believe you me, they had better, like more alternatives that I wanted, that I found good for me. In fact, with the way I'm talking, you should know the kind of products that I'm talking about. They had these alternatives and I was so surprised, so I added them to my cart, and just before I paid, it dawned on me that, whoa, this was God's plan all along. You could say it was a coincidence that I saw the ad earlier for a product and then at night it became handy, but I don't believe in coincidences because I choose to see God in everything. Because it's not as if the first store was bad though. They are not bad in fact, they are always on top of their game. It's just that that night was not my day with them at all. And it just happened that it was a store that I wasn't thinking about, that I didn't have in mind, that saved me. The point is, God always has a better plan. Yes, that is my lesson there. God always has a better plan. Even when it doesn't look like it, even when you don't know. Because many times, a lot of us get fixated on a particular thing, a particular path, the particular MO that our father, mother, grandmother, stepdaughters, uncle has been using, and when that thing fails, we get sad, we get disappointed, we don't know what to do, almost becoming hopeless. But the lesson is, we should learn to trust God. Learn to trust God enough that He will lead you. Trust God enough to direct you, because He knows the best pathway for your life. He has it. You are a human being. You can never know more than God. You cannot be the alpha and omega of yourself. It is not possible. In fact, the problems of this life, they are too much for you to want to shoulder alone by yourself or not involve God. You will see shege. Babanla shege, you will see. So, involve God in everything. Especially when the event or the situation that God will use to bail you out, so to speak, is one that does not make sense or something that doesn't follow. Like my own case now, where it was a store that was more expensive and I wouldn't look at on a regular day, he used to sort me out. Trust God enough that he will never lead you into a pit. When those situations don't make sense, trust God enough to be able to give you what is best, because he will always have a better plan. Tell God about everything, involve him in, even there's nothing too small for God. In fact, he wants to be involved in those seemingly small things, because it is in them his name will be glorified. And those incidents will help you remember that this God is great too. There is nothing he cannot do. I'm urging you, as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself today, to trust God to lead in anything. Don't become too fixated on a particular thing. Leave space for God. Be confident enough in God to step back, take your hands off and allow him lead, because he always has a better plan. They say man proposes, God disposes, or whatever. The point is, God always has a better plan. I hope you never forget this, and I hope this has blessed you the same way it has blessed me. Yes, that's the lesson I've learned. God always has a better plan. To have a great day. Bye.